if I told you the two most powerful nations on Earth are already in a war, but it's not the kind you're used to? No guns, no bombs, no tanks rolling across borders. This war is invisible. It's digital. It's fought in algorithms, AI models, microchips, and data. On one side, you've got the United States pouring billions into tech companies like OpenAI, Google, and NVIDIA, pushing the limits of artificial intelligence. On the other, China, moving aggressively to build its own AI empire, with government-backed companies and a vision to dominate the AI landscape fast. This isn't just a battle over machines. It's about control of the internet, the economy, the battlefield, even the truth. And whether you realize it or not, this race is shaping your future, right now. Let's rewind a bit. Back in the early 2000s and 10s, artificial intelligence or AI was just a buzzword. Machine learning? Something only researchers and computer geeks whispered about in labs. But then, it exploded. OpenAI introduced GPT, Google's DeepMind beat world champions at Go. In China, they didn't just watch, they acted. Massive investments flowed into tech infrastructure, national surveillance systems, and powerful homegrown AI. What started as a friendly competition became a high-stakes rivalry, and then a strategic threat. When the US government realized how far China had advanced, with facial recognition, drone tech, and digital surveillance, they slammed on the brakes. Export bans, sanctions, blacklists. That's when this silent war turned loud, not with missiles, but with algorithms. If artificial intelligence is the weapon, then microchips are the ammunition. And today, those tiny silicon squares, they're driving the biggest digital arms race the world has ever seen. The US knows this, and it's acting fast. With the CHIPS Act, America is pouring billions into bringing chip production back home. No more dependency, no more foreign risks. But that's just the start. Washington is cutting off China's access to high-end semiconductors, the kind that power everything from iPhones to missile guidance systems. In China, they're not standing still. Beijing is now throwing billions into its own chip factories, building up its tech base, trying to catch up. But there's a catch. China still depends on foreign tech, especially Taiwan's crown jewel, TSMC, the world's most advanced chip maker, the beating heart of global tech. In Taiwan, it sits right in the middle of the US-China power struggle. This isn't just about silicon anymore. It's about global control. It's about who leads and who follows in the digital age. AI isn't just powering apps or search engines anymore. It's entering the battlefield. Both the US and China are now racing to build autonomous military systems, AI drones, robot surveillance, even software that decides who lives and who doesn't. Future wars might be triggered not by soldiers but by algorithms. Think about it. A drone making a life or death decision with no human in the loop. That's not a science fiction movie. That's the reality they're building. And whoever perfects it first could win the war before it even begins. Let's go back in time for a second. The Cold War, two sides, NATO versus the Soviet bloc. The world was divided not just by borders, but by ideology. Today, that same split is happening again. But it's no longer about tanks or missiles. Now it's about technology. The US is drawing a digital line in the sand. They're urging allies, don't use Chinese tech. Ban Huawei, block TikTok, replace surveillance systems. They're calling it national security, but it's also about power. Meanwhile, China isn't sitting still. They're exporting their tech everywhere across Africa, Asia, South America, AI surveillance tools, smart cities, entire infrastructures. But here's the catch. When a country buys Chinese tech, it doesn't just get a product, it gets locked into a Chinese ecosystem with Chinese standards, Chinese rules, and often Chinese data access. This isn't just about trade deals or app bans anymore. It's about influence, control, and who shapes the digital future. We're now witnessing the rise of digital blocs, tech alliances forming across continents. The US and its partners on one side, China and its network on the other. And the rest of the world, they're being forced to choose a side. Because in this new Cold War, you're either connected or left behind. Let's talk about something that doesn't make headlines, the values baked into AI itself. See, in China, AI models are trained under strict rules. Words you can't say, Topics you can't touch. Entire perspectives, completely off limits. It's censorship not by humans, but by algorithms. Now, in the US, things are different, but not perfect. AI here can still be biased. It can spread misinformation. It can reflect political divides and social tension, but at least people can argue about it. The debate is out in the open. But here's the scary part. AI is already deciding what news we see, what content reaches our feeds, and even what choices we're nudged toward. So the real question isn't just how smart AI is, it's whose values are built inside it. Because once machines are guiding our thoughts, filtering our world, and shaping our truths, it's not just a tech issue anymore, it's a moral one. You might be thinking, okay, but what does any of this have to do with me? Well, actually everything. Every time you scroll through your feed, ask a question to an AI, or click on a trending video, you're already inside it. You're living through a new kind of Cold War, not with missiles or tanks, but with data, algorithms, and digital influence. What shows up on your screen isn't random. It's curated. What you see, what you don't see, what's promoted, what's buried, it's all shaped by the tech giants behind the scenes. This isn't some far-off sci-fi future. It's here, it's now, and it's quietly reprogramming how we think, what we believe, and how we connect with each other. The choices being made today by governments, by tech companies, by AI will shape the next 100 years. So yeah, it matters. Stay curious, stay aware. Don't let the future happen to you. If you found this eye-opening, hit that subscribe button. This is Power and Perspective, and trust me, we're just getting started. See you in the next one.